Okay, lactate testing is not something that I do. I don't have access to the equipment or a place to perform the tests, but I would come back to you and ask why you're getting it done. The way that lactate testing is done can tell you something useful, but it really needs to be repeated over time. It's not like taking a single snapshot of lactate testing isn't going to tell you anything very useful. And then with that, it's really important that you have the same testing protocol done, because there's a lot of variation in how lactate testing is done, and then also the interpretation of the data as well. So making sure that you're getting the same test done with the same interpretation of the data. And again, you can really only compare yourself to yourself, because there's so much variation in how lactate affects each person. So, kind of like heart rate, it's not something that you can compare yourself to other athletes. So I would say, if you're training with power and you're using WKO software, or a coach or someone on the back end is using WKO, you are informed about RPE and you are utilizing that with your training, you're going to have just as good of data to work from as you are from lactate testing. Meaning if you're producing the same power if you're producing more power for the same RPE, you don't really need to know how much lactate you're producing. But if you enjoy like gadgets like this and this kind of nerding out, then by all means, I think it's worthwhile. But I would say make sure that you are getting multiple tests done with the very same protocol and interpretation, that a single test is just not going to tell you really anything useful.